What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Young Stud. Today we're gonna get into the Dodgers' first week of the season. I'm gonna review every single game just a little bit, give my grades on the pitching, offense, and the overall team, and just what I think from this past week games. I'm glad Dodger baseball is back. We're gonna get right into it. If you're new here, like and subscribe. I appreciate that. If you're a Dodger fan, a baseball fan, sports fan, we got new upcoming sports coming up. I'll be making videos, so subscribe here if you're new and you want to see some of that. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, and we're back. Starting off with opening day, which was this past Thursday. I'm making this video Wednesday night, so a whole slate of games just finished. Starting off with 8-1 San Francisco and the Dodgers. The Dodgers handled that game pretty well, I would say. They destroyed the Giants. Although it was late when the offense got going, they still got the win. Good start to the season, and that carried over to game 2 when the Dodgers got the 9-1 win. Stripling was the winner, who pitched really well in that game. Tyler Anderson for the Giants, I believe, got the loss. And then game 3 of the season versus the Giants, the Dodgers offense and base running went completely just stagnant. It was nowhere to be found. They got the loss 5-4 versus San Francisco. And so going into the series, like, okay, you want to win at least 3 or 4 versus the Giants team, which is a really bad team. And so Sunday Night Baseball versus the Giants, and they lose to a final score of 3-1. That was not a good game.
What the hell was that?
And you would like to see better results out of those 4 games versus the Giants. The offense was just completely not there the last 2 games of the series, and they needed a wake-up call. And speaking of wake-up call, we got a wake-up call.
Lose.
So after that lousy series versus the Giants, the Dodgers went on to Houston, and we all know about Houston and the Dodgers 2017 World Series. We took them cheaters to 7 games. With them knowing what pitch was coming, we still took them to the final out of Game 7. And the Dodgers that year, like, I went to tons of games. I watched every game. They were so good. They were so freaking good that year. Like, they couldn't lose. They just could not lose. They would make comeback after comeback after comeback. And that 2017 was an amazing year. Probably my favorite year. It was honestly my favorite year. 2018 was pretty cool, but 2017 was easily my favorite season of one of Dodger games and Dodger seasons. But anyways, they go to Houston for 2 games starting on Tuesday, and it did not lack any fireworks. Now, I said in my last video, I hope the Dodgers get some retaliation back towards the Astros, and they did. And who else besides Joe Kelly does it? Joe Kelly, I mean, he's a psychopath. He has history of being a psychopath, and one thing that will never get away from me until at least last night was when he drilled Hanley Ramirez in the 2013 NLCS in his first plate appearance in Game 1. And Hanley Ramirez was an MVP type player that year for the Dodgers, and he went up there and he drilled him right in the ribs. He was hurt the rest of the series. He was not the same, and we went out to lose that series in 6, the Cardinals. But anyways, he's now part of our team, and he's forever a Dodger legend for what he did. He throws at Alex Bregman, as you can see there, and he continues to throw at Carlos Correa. Now, you could interpret this however you want it. Intentional, unintentional. I personally think it was intentional, but then again, maybe he lost control, because Joe Kelly does not have the greatest control in the world. He throws really hard, but his control was pretty bad, including last season. But he throws at Bregman 3-0. He throws at Correa, making him sit down, making him think and wonder what's really going on here. And then he strikes out Carlos Correa, and they started tripping it up. And I just couldn't believe what I was watching. Like, this was just the biggest game of the year, and they're going at it. And Correa starts crying like a little girl, and Joe Kelly makes these amazing faces at Carlos Correa, and I mean, it was priceless. It blew up on the internet, and I cannot wait to get my shirt of that same picture of Joe Kelly. And I think Joe Kelly told Correa something along these lines.
Shut up, bitch!
So yeah, the Dodgers would go on to win that game by a score of 5-2, and it was a great game. It was a great night to be a Dodgers fan and a baseball fan, because everyone that follows baseball, even sports for that matter, hates the Houston Astros. I mean, how can you like the Houston Astros? I mean, something must be wrong with you. But anyways, Game 2 of the series was tonight, and the Dodgers, to say the least, spoiler alert, won that game by a score of 4-2. Edwin Rios with a pinch hit in the DH spot. He struck out his first AB, but he came up the next time and blasted a homer to right field. That felt good. Mookie Betts, by the way, got the go-ahead run in the 11th, and then they tied it up in the 11th as well. But the Dodgers sweep the Houston Astros. I mean, it just goes to show you that we were the better team then, and we were the better team now. I mean, the 2017 championship should be the Los Angeles Dodgers championship. I think everyone in their right mind knows that. And they were so good, like I said, that year. This team is really good. And, I mean, I'm going to put a stat line on the screen somewhere. I'm going to show you the current batting averages for the Astros, for all of those cheaters and clowns in the lineup, and how they're doing so far. Let me just tell you, they're doing really bad. I don't think a single guy is batting over 250, or even 200 for that matter. They're doing really bad. I mean, that just goes to show you what they can't do without the trash can banging. I mean, if I knew what pitch was coming, I'd be playing college ball right now. I mean, just goes to show you like how much of a weapon that is. They had like buzzers too. Like, I'd be Mike Trout at the plate if I knew a pitch was coming. But anyways, the Dodgers sweep the Astros. They go on to Arizona. I'm gonna do a recap of next week's games. Next week, they can play the D-backs and the Padres. But for the overall grades this week, the offense, I'm gonna give it a B-. This team on paper should be doing bigger things than what they've been doing, at least for the offense. They have not been coming through. The pitching, although, has been bailing them out. So I'm gonna give the offense a B-. They need to step it up to at least a B+ next week. And the pitching, I mean, what can I say? It's A+, automatic A++. The starting pitching has not even been that good for the Dodgers. They've been good, but not that good, you know? Buehler made his first start, went 4 innings. Kershaw's not even started the game. Dustin May is not up to par just yet. Alex Wood had a terrible game. I mean, when they get even better, this team is going to be even better. And so the bullpen right now is about as good as it can be. It's one of the best bullpens in baseball, which has usually been a weak spot for the Dodgers over the years. And they've been coming in, every single guy out of that bullpen, and pitching lights out. And before I used to be scared to see a bullpen come in. Now I'm kind of confident in seeing the bullpen come in, and that's good. But can they keep it up? Can they hold that ship down for the rest of the season? I don't know. We'll have to find out and see. But right now, A+ on the pitching staff. Overall grade, I'm giving the Dodgers a B+. 4-2 on the week. That's about where you could have predicted them to go for the first 6 games. And so, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I mean, I couldn't wait to see the Astros and beat them up, and that's what we did. We beat them up, and they still have to come to LA in the end of September. Hopefully fans are in the stadium by then. If they are, I will make sure to be there. And just wait. When I get in the stadium next year or this year, it's gonna be on, Houston. It is gonna be on. I'm coming for you. just like everyone else is in the league. But for tonight, the Dodgers sweep the Astros, and they go 4-2 on the week. So again, if you're new here, Dodger fan, baseball fan, sports fan, subscribe here. This is the place to be. Help me grow, help me out, support the channel. I appreciate that. And so with that, I'm gonna wrap this video up, and I'll see y'all next week. Peace.